If you're looking to get a delay pedal, but you don't know the difference between digital, analog, tape, or you have a pedal, but you don't know what's the best use for each delay type, this is going to be the perfect video for you. I'm going to demonstrate and make you hear the differences, and I'm going to talk about the best use for each type. So the first one is digital. It sounds like this. So the digital delay is very bright and high fidelity. So it's an exact replica of what you're playing with your dry signal. And because of that, the best use is to use it to pierce through a busy mix. Instead of competing on volume and using a booster pedal to boost the volume, you could use a bright digital delay. And the brightness boost might help you to pierce through the mix. But for me, the best use is when you play dotted 8 delays, where the delay is part of the riff. You want it to be at the forefront. So you find your pulse like this. Right? Think about The Edge from U2, right? Right? So when you play delay or when you need the delay to be in your face, I think the digital is the best for that. Then we have the analog delay. It sounds like this. So the analog delay is going to sound much darker and warmer, and it's going to get progressively darker as it repeats and even noisier depending on your settings. So I think because it sounds warmer, it's better used as an always-on delay to add to the ambience. It's never going to get in the way of what you are playing. It's just a perfect delay to have always on. It's more felt than it is heard, right? If I remove it, you will instantly notice that it sounds dry. Something's missing. Right? So now... super nice and never gets in the way. So that's why I love to use it also as to give a little boost to my solos, right? So once again, if I add distortion and I play a solo dry, something's missing, right? I need to fill the space more. So even at higher mix, the analog delay is never going to get in the way. Compared to if I use a bright digital delay. It gets in the way a little bit because it's too bright, but then the warmth of the analog delay is gonna fit much more. So an always on delay or a little boost to help fill the space in your solos. Then the next type is the tape delay. It sounds like this. So the tape delay is going to sound vintage and worn out. Like the real tape decks that we had, they had some imperfections, right? It sounded warped a little bit because it couldn't be high fidelity, right? So it's kind of the opposite of the high fidelity of the bright digital delay. Then the tape is going to add a lot of artifacts, a lot of imperfections. So if you listen to the repeats closely, You hear the little, right, the imperfections in it. So that's a really nice aesthetic. So you could use it as an always on delay too, as much as the analog. I think it's a great complement to your tone. But in my case, I love to use it with slower delays, like bouncing around just to make a dreamy, nostalgic song to help me with my songwriting if you are into ambient guitar like I am. So let's say that I put a longer delay and a higher mix and I play something like this. And then it's a bass to a song that I can create, right? I could add some little chords on top. Right? So really, really nice if you want to create songs with it. So you can use it always on or as a little delay bouncing around that's going to sound nostalgic and dreamy. I love it. And then you might have many other types of delays on your pedal. It's just going to be variations of the digital, analog, or tape. They're going to add maybe modulation effects or distortions. They're going to add things on top. So for example, you could have a lo-fi delay. It's going to be a digital delay that we add distortion to it, and then we lower the bit rate and the sample rate to it for it to be super low fidelity. It sounds like this. Right? So it's just adding distortion to it. So those types of delays, you can use them as a songwriting booster to help you have little cool ideas to use for your songs. Sometimes we're going to add modulation effects. So that's a trem mode. It's just adding a tremolo effect to the repeats. So that's one way you can have delay types where we add modulation or distortion or something on top. And you have another type where it changes the behavior of the delay. You could have a swell mode where it's going to remove the attack of the delay and fade it in. You could have a duck mode where as soon as you stop playing, the delay stops playing too. And you could have a reverse mode, for example, where it's going to play your delay in reverse. And what I love to do is put the mix knob all the way up. That way I can play in reverse through the delay. That's really nice. And then once again, I can record that and it can be a bass for my song, a little nice songwriting idea. Super nice. So I use those types of delays to boost my songwriting. If you'd like to get my best recommendations on which pedal you should get according to your budget, you should download, first link in the description box, my free guide, Ambient Guitar Gear Guide for any budget. So whether you have a free or low or mid or high priced budget, I'm gonna give you my best recommendations based on my 10 plus years of experience making dozens and dozens of pedal demos on my channel. I want to make sure that you're gonna get the best pedal for your budget. So you can get it in my free guide, and I'm giving you many other recommendations for reverbs and loopers and volume pedal, all the stuff that you need to get to play ambient guitar style music like I played in my last clip. So if you would like to play like this and you don't know where to start, my gear guide is the best way to start, the best place to start. You can get it, once again, first link in the description box. It's my gift to you for watching my video until the end. Thank you so much, and until next time, au revoir.